and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Let me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Couldn't get any closer.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm actually going to be going over my 2014 GMC Denali today. It has a 6.2 liter in it, has 420 horsepower, 4x4. It's a 1500 truck. I love it. I do have the crew cab, so seating in the back is actually really nice for a bunch of fatties like myself. So it actually sits 5 people pretty comfortably in the car itself. 3 in the back, 2 in the front. It does have the center console option. So let's go ahead and get inside it and take a look. So I wanted to go over the things I really like about this truck and the things that I don't like. The things I do like about the truck is that it is 4-wheel drive. It does have an auto feature, 4 high, 4 low. I haven't really had to use it. I live in Florida, so I don't really need to change that very often. So some things I do like about this truck, this one actually does have air conditioned seats in the center console, and in the center console I actually have USB, and I actually have a standard plug-in, so you can like plug in a laptop, for instance, or any other device that you want to. The USB functions is actually pretty cool, but I don't like the fact that how it interacts with your stereo when you are trying to charge your phone and such. When you plug it in, let's say you're doing Bluetooth on the actual stereo, you can't, it like turns off Bluetooth on your phone, so you can't even stream the music you were listening to on it. But it does have an app built into it for Pandora, so if you're listening to Pandora, it's fine. But in this case, it's actually kind of frustrating because I listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube, radio, all that good stuff. So that is kind of frustrating. But the air conditioning seats are really nice, especially in Florida heat. It does have leather. Something I did want to show you is whenever you turn on the air conditioning seats, they have these vents that actually go in the back. You can kind of hear them now. But it kicks out heat out of the back. So if you're like sitting behind me, you're getting heat getting kicked out of you like right here. Got little vents right here. So that's something one of my pastors was telling me. He's like, you know, the air conditioned seats are cool, but back here I'm getting heat from your actual seat. And there's no vents for the passengers in the back seat, which is kind of interesting. You'd think with a truck this size, you'd have some vents back there or something. That way you're not trying to like navigate your vents up here and trying to orchestrate to where they get air conditioning back there, so on and so forth. So that is something that I think that they could have improved over the next few years. Just having some seat vents in the back for air conditioning. Let's see what else. The display over here is really cool. I do like the fact that I have 2 different trips in here, trip A and a trip B. It tells me my fuel economy and everything. I have been getting anywhere from 16 to 18 miles per gallon. I drive an hour to work and an hour back, and it's actually been pretty efficient. Tells you the fuel range, actually tells you your oil level, remaining life. So I do need to get an oil change. I'll be doing that here the next day or so. I'm at 16%. But it's nice to know that you do actually have a nice little meter to tell you when you need to get your oil changed. The gauges are digital, these top four, for oil pressure, your temp sensor, and your fuel and your battery. I do like that, but you'll notice that when you're driving around, it is kind of clunky. It goes from, it's not fluent like a regular gauge would be. Something else it has, tire pressure. It shows you what all your tire pressure for all four tires is. Really cool. And also, I have some other features in here. I can have the radio display everything on my dash, what song's playing, all that information. My cell phone, when I have it connected, it shows me all that information. Navigation's kind of cool because it actually brings a little mini map on the screen, and it has a picture of a truck. Now, why is the truck white and not black like my actual truck? I don't know. Maybe that's something they can fix in the future, but I thought that was interesting, or funny in this case. Let's see, what else? I will just keep this on information and how fast I'm actually going. Okay, so let's go for a quick ride, see how it operates. Something else I wanted to mention is when you're going in for a car wash, there is a button on the side here that actually will close your mirrors, so you don't have to get out and move them yourself. And the same button you hit to close them is the same one to open it. You can also, on your remote, hold down the lock button after you got out of the car, and it'll actually close your mirrors. And same thing with the unlock, it'll open it up as well. I really like this truck. It's nice. But there is a button here. It's in the middle of adjusting your mirrors and stuff like that on the driver's side. Something else to note, I noticed when you go to drive-thrus or if you're parked close to something, it's making a lot of noise because the little sensors in the front saying, hey, you're going to hit something. It gives you the opportunity just to turn it off with a quick little hit of this button right here, which is really nice. You don't want to hear buzzing the whole time you're in a drive-thru. So that's really nice. Obviously, you got hill assist. And I actually have traction control, and this actually raises and lowers your pedal based on where you're sitting. It's actually really cool. On this truck, it does have a moonroof, and all of the settings are all right here for the moonroof. You can just pop it up, get some fresh air, or you can open it all the way. I like it. Not very many people are looking for this for when you get a truck, but it is kind of a nice feature. This vehicle also has a rear back window that is electric as well. The button here for that is up here. So it slides right open. And close it from here as well. So those are the features. It also has, I can program my garage door opener here as well. I haven't done that yet. I still have my clicker right here. I'll need to go ahead and do that one of these days, but I have not done it yet. I just got the truck. So let's see how it handles.
Try to forget all that we had. I'm rolling like water in the sea. The memories crashing into me. So close to the edge of something so worth it. You have the world right at your feet. It almost is all we'll ever be.
So something I did notice with the transmission in this car, so it's adaptive learning. It learns to the driver and things like that. It is kind of clunky. Sometimes it shifts in weird spots. It's not very fluent. I know a lot of other transmissions, like the BMW transmission that I do have in my other car, is a lot more fluent. But this one seems a little clunky. Also, with the traction control, really works well on this car. Something I can show you is just, trying to power brake it. It does nothing. You're kind of holding the brake, hitting the gas, does nothing. And you can try to launch it. Well, gunning it, takes all the power away, kind of picks up. But the magic go button is taking out this traction control and maybe shift it down to manual and see what we can get it going on with this thing. Something else I want to mention is this car does require premium gasoline. So here in Florida, I do have 93 at disposal, but if you do put a lower grade in here, the car will run like crap. In fact, this truck anyway. So the 6.2 does require you to put premium gas in it. I do hear some horror stories where it took several tanks of gas before it became back to normal. Put 93 in it, but do not put cheap gas in here. The computer will actually default to a crappy setting and your car will run like junk until it clears its system. But just want to give you guys for a warning. I did read about it before putting gas in here. I didn't realize when I bought this that it is dependent on the higher grade gas, unlike the 5.3 liters where you can pretty much put anything in there you want. So something I did want to bring up on here is the backup camera is not the greatest on these vehicles. Very blurry. No, the camera is not covered with a bunch of dirt or nothing. It is just not the greatest. You can go out there and clean it right now. It still looks the same. The directional is kind of cool. It works really well. But the camera quality is not the greatest. It works. It beeps if I get too close to something, like this trash can. If I had the sensor on. But I turned it off. Something else I wanted to bring up is this does have navigation in it, and it also has weather. And it kind of tells you everything you need to know about your area. Really cool feature part of the car. You can do searching. It does it by hour. Really cool feature. I don't ever use it. The only time I ever even looked at it is just to make sure the button worked. But that's really about it about the car. I think it's awesome. I really enjoy it. I do daily this. I go to and from work. Very comfortable ride for a bigger guy like myself. I wouldn't even probably purchase this vehicle yet if it wasn't for my commuter car getting stolen. I'll go ahead and insert some photos here. So that car was stolen from the house, but kind of prompted me to go get a truck. It's comfortable. I like going to work. In this thing, I don't feel like I get beat up on the way to work, like the Jetta did. But yeah, overall, it's a very comfortable ride. I really like the truck. It's not too bad on gas. With it being an LS, parts are easily sourced. They're cheap. And if anything ever happens to the motor or anything like that, I can always upgrade and make 600 to 800 horsepower in there if I wanted to. Add a turbo to it. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment if you like the video. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. Thank you.